Okay, so I've had the Horwin for about 3 weeks, I guess, but with the weather being so bad in Chilliwack, I haven't been out very much. As you can see, my current kilometers, I'm sitting at 146 total kilometers that I've used this bike. But you can see that I'm 100% charged. I'm in the eco mode, which is that number one on the right. But I'm only showing 60 kilometers range, and it should be 130. So that's the issue I'm having. I'm not getting the right range with this bike. So let's ride it for a little bit and see if it's just the gauge or if in fact that's all the range that I'm getting. So at 146 total kilometers, and it's saying that I'm going to get 60 kilometers range, and I'll keep it in eco mode the whole time. I'll put this camera on. So I've reached out to both the company that I bought it from out of Vancouver, which is Motorito downtown, and then I've also reached out to the Horwin company itself. The company downtown Vancouver, Motorino, has said it seems like that should be an issue that needs to be addressed. And they're going to get back to me when they've reached out to Horwin and got an answer from them. But the Horwin company, I think I emailed them a little over, or about a week ago, I guess now. And I haven't heard anything back from them yet. So that's a little bit discouraging. You'd think in that amount of time you would get back to somebody who just bought one of your bikes and the battery range is clearly not working. Other than that, the bike's been great. It's definitely got, for an electric bike, it's got decent power. I live in Chilliwack, BC, which has a lot of hills, and surprisingly, it does really good on the hills. I don't have any issues getting up and down Promontory and Chilliwack Mountain and stuff at all. So I think that's definitely one of the bonuses of the Horwin, is that you have good climbing ability. I guess if you live in an area where there's not a lot of hills, then that doesn't really matter to you, but the Super Socko, which is I guess the big competition for this company, their hill climbing ability is not very good. So anyway, already as I get onto the main road, I'm on Vetter Road. I'm at 59 kilometer range now and 99% gone. And I'll just take a rip over to my office, which is about a 8-minute drive away. It's not very far, and see what we end up with. So again, keep it in eco mode. Eco mode caps out at about 71 kilometers an hour. For all the town driving that I do, that's all I need. I never need to go into sport mode. I'm never going to take this thing on the freeway. So for what it does in eco mode, that's all I'm ever going to need probably. Take off from the line in eco mode is not very good though. I'm at 42, 43. So just now hit 50 kilometers an hour, so it takes a bit of a while to get up to the right speed, but overall better than a scooter does. I definitely don't feel like I'm holding down traffic on that. So if anybody out there actually owns a Horwin, and you could comment below, that'd be great. That would help me out a lot, but I have no idea if the battery needs to be charged a different way. I'm assuming that the charging cells are just damaged or old or something. I don't know. I'm assuming something's just wrong with the battery. Because the last time I drove this, I drove it down to about 49%, and I got about 30 kilometers for the whole trip. So obviously the speedometer is correct. But see, now here's the weird thing. So now it's showing I have 64 kilometer range, but now I'm at 97% battery. So that's a little strange. So like I said, we'll drive it around a bit and we'll see what the total kilometer is. Again, I don't think it's a speedometer because I had this happen last time where the speedometer went, I think it was at 58 when I started. And then as I drove it around, I think it went to like 68. So I like gained 10 kilometers, but then the overall didn't matter. I still only got, after a half battery, I got about 30 kilometers in. So I know most of the videos I've watched online, it seems that the guys get really close to 100 kilometers, if not more. So I know the 130 in eco mode is just it's just a marketing garbage, which is fine. 100 kilometers is all I need. I'm totally comfortable with that. But obviously getting 60 is just not enough. Like that's a little bit more than half the range I'm supposed to be getting. So that's not good. That's not helpful. For me, where I live, not that I go to Abbotsford a whole lot on this thing, but I do plan on taking this to Abbotsford, which is about a 36 kilometer drive there. So again, the thought process was, oh yeah, 100 kilometer range, I'm good. I can get there, do what I need to do in Abbotsford, and I can easily get back on one charge. But with the current 60 kilometer range, that's definitely not going to happen. But like I said, overall, it's a super fun bike to ride. Takes about 3 hours to charge. My charging always seems a little bit weird. Like I'll have it charge overnight, and then the next day it'll be at 98%, and then next day after that it'll be 99, and then like the next day after that it'll be 100. So again, I just feel like the battery must be having a problem. It doesn't seem to charge properly and whatever. So I am plugging it into an extension cord, so I don't know if that's causing an issue, but again, it shouldn't show that it's 100% charged if it wasn't 100% charged. So I don't think that's a problem. It's showing that it's 100% charged. It's just not giving me the range that I'm supposed to get. Man, it's a beautiful day in Chilliwack though. This is ridiculous. For anybody that lives on the West Coast, we have had an atrocious spring. It's pretty much rained every day, all day for, since almost fall. It's been horrible. But today is beautiful. It's like 22 degrees out Celsius. Great. Went for a hike this morning. Get on the bike this afternoon. That's a good Sunday. So again, as a takeoff, I mean, I'm keeping up with this guy in front of me. So it's not brutal. It's not like I'm on a 50cc scooter that can't keep up to people. I often find, depending on the person in front of me, I often find like I gotta hold back a little bit because I'm keeping up really good with them. So again, the takeoff speed for an electric scooterish kind of a motorcycle thing is pretty darn good. So now the range is saying that I've got 70 kilometers range and I'm at 94%. So I've gone from 60 kilometer range to 70, which is super weird. So I'll take this out. I'm at my office right now. I'm gonna do my office stuff. And then what I'll do is I will take this bike out and I will drain the battery pretty low. And then we'll just compare to see if the overall distance, so maybe it's a speedometer thing, or maybe it's, who knows, maybe it's a battery thing. So we'll figure that out. So So I'm at my office. I'm going to do some work here, and then I'll take it out for a rip, and we'll keep you guys updated.
7:35 at night, road trip down to the coast, stereo on high, a vibe in your bleached denim shirts, a couple days of cemetery, a sunscreen, and nowhere else to be. In the fader when I'm bigger, making hella memories. I wish that we could go back more than just a throwback. Baby, only you and me, chasing after sunsets back when we were young and living on a movie screen. We were so in love, we never thought about where we were going. Could we take a moment and relive the days when we were back in California? California. For just one night, let's go back in time. Had your hand in mine, the tide washed out names from the shore, losing track.
So I've been riding for quite a while now. I am on my way back home because I'm currently at 13% battery, and it says I got 9 kilometers of range. Though I'm learning that that range thing doesn't seem to be very accurate. I find the bike, when you get to about 18 to 20%, it all of a sudden at that point loses a lot of power. So I've now switched it in, so at around 18% I switched it into sport mode number 2. Otherwise it takes for, actually it doesn't even get up to 50 kilometers. It kind of sits at about 43. And pulling out into traffic just doesn't seem very safe when you hit around 18-20%. So I'm in what they call sport mode number 2, and I'm just going to try to burn up as much battery as I can. So I'm in my neighborhood now, driving around. Worst case scenario, if I totally run out of battery, I could walk home from here. It's not that big of a deal, but would rather not if I didn't have to. But it's been a lovely ride. But as you can see right there, see, I got no power. I'm in sport mode right now, and there's no power at all. It's very lethargic. So now I'm at 11%. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to have to get off the line quickly. I guess there's not really a reason to do that. There's always the ability to get up to speed, but I can still make it up to 50 kilometers an hour, so that's good. But now at 11%, I've got 8 kilometers left of range. I'll do another loop around my neighborhood here and try to get as low as I can where I feel comfortable. And then we'll do the math. I can't remember what I started at. I think I started at 146 or 148 kilometers, and now I'm at 211. So, you know, it's like 60 some odd kilometers, almost 70, which is way below what they say. They say on the websites that I've looked at that if you stay in eco mode, you can get 130 kilometer range. But most of the videos, so my camera died at the end there, so I didn't get the last little bit. But we can see that I'm at 2 kilometers range. I'm a 3% battery. I'm in sport mode, and I've gone 216 kilometers total on this bike. So I'll check back to what that was when I was when I started. But yeah, if you switch between eco mode and sport mode, nothing happens. It's always like that. And I'm pretty sure this stuff always says that it's supposed to change, but Anyway, all in all, good ride. Fun to be out, but I need to get some more distance out of this thing. So hopefully Horwin or Motorino out of Vancouver can get back to me on why my battery doesn't seem to last long enough. And like I said before, if anybody has one of these bikes and they know what's wrong with my bike, that'd be great. Please leave a comment below.